Hi, everyone. My name is Dustin Miles. I'm with Momentum Multifamily. Super excited to have Calvin here today from Southern California. So,
Ooh.
Calvin, if you could introduce yourself and go from there.
Hey, thanks, Dustin. Appreciate you having me on your podcast. My name is Calvin Lowe. Actually, it's Dr. Calvin Lowe. I am a pediatric emergency medicine physician. I work at Children's Hospital Los Angeles, native Southern California, and I've been at the hospital. I've been a doctor, so I only had one job all my life
Oh,
for
wow.
over 33 years. So, almost in the twilight of my career, I can see myself going on the backside now, but being there for a while. I'm also the medical director of the Alan Perwin Emergency Transport Program, which means I help coordinate transports of children from literally all over the world to not only our hospital, but to places where they get the optimal care to give
Wow.
hope to their parents and their families to get these kids with the treatment they need to have. So really
Wow.
enjoy my job. It's very fulfilling. And yeah, so that's pretty much me in a nutshell. I've been married for over 30 years, my wife Peggy, and I have two adult
Congratulations.
children. Thank you.
Yeah.
Two adult children who just recently got married last year and a half. So just expanded from family of four to family of six, and looking forward where it keeps expanding even more with that.
Yeah.
So, well, time will tell.
Yeah, yeah. Well, great. That's awesome. I guess we'll kind of just and you grew up in Southern California and kind of live there now. And have you moved around at all, or
No,
stayed pretty
I was
much?
born and raised in Orange County, which for those who
Okay.
don't know, that's where Disneyland's located.
Yeah.
In Anaheim, we actually grew up in the town called Fullerton, which is the city just north of
Mm.
Anaheim, and
Yeah.
living in La Habra now, which is the northernmost Orange County town. So just on the outskirts of LA County, because I do that 30-mile drive into work,
Mm.
back and forth. So with 30 miles one way. So it just
Wow.
the grind. I love what
Yeah.
I do, but it's just a grind of Southern California traffic, right? I know
Right.
I've seen it out here in Southern California a couple of times. So you probably know what that's like, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I remember actually, I didn't realize how far it was. I took an Uber from. I'm drawing a blank on the name of the city now. Santa Monica out to y'all because I think you kind of co-hosted a meetup or
Yeah, I was in Anaheim. That's a
yeah,
far drive.
yeah.
That's a far.
Well, I didn't realize how far it was, and then I looked at the times, and I was like, "Is it really like 2 hours?"
Hey, that makes
So,
me more impressed by. I really appreciate you coming out.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Maybe you were a
anyways,
little late that night, but you showed up.
yeah, I was late. And then
Now I
I think
know.
the guy that was speaking was nice enough to take me home. So
Oh, really? Oh,
or
that's
take me
cool.
back, yeah, to the hotel or kind of I don't know, he said swing by, but I was like, this is really out of your way, isn't it?
Oh, that's
So
really nice. That's
uh
cool.
anyways, but yeah, I was like, oh, it really was 2 hours to get there. So
Wow.
one way. Um, but you've lived there, perfect weather. And so it got really cold here. So I'm in, Texas. Anyways,
Well,
but just
I
got
played
kind of
golf this morning. It was 50 degrees. I was freezing out there. So
oh wow.
that made me
Oh
sweating weather for some other people around the country. So
yeah.
still.
Yeah. So what I guess, you have a really good job, you're fulfilled, like why multifamily?
Well, that's a great question because, like you said, I'm a physician. I make a comfortable living, but I love what I do. Clinically, it's just like the best job because I help people out and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
But like I was just alluding to, it's just the grind of the traffic, just driving back and forth. Like in the morning,
Yeah.
sometimes you should only take me like 30 minutes to get into work. Now it's at least almost an hour, average around 15 minutes or so. On the
Oh
way
wow.
back home after our morning shift, it's an hour and a half guaranteed minimum. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna really have to cut back on this. So
Yeah.
just looking at multifamily, and I did grow up in the real estate business, so to speak. My mom and dad had like the
Oh.
nice single family
Mm-hmm.
home portfolio, and they still have a lot of things going on. My dad passed away about 10 years ago. My mom is still going strong at 92.
Wow.
And she
Wow.
just she just performed a 1031 exchange on a house just down the street from us. But
She
just to show
wheeling
the
and
power,
dealing.
right, just the power of passive income, whether it's
Yeah.
multifamily or single family home. She
Yeah.
bought a um, uh, a fourplex in Huntington Beach when I was 6 months old. I
Mm.
just turned 61 last month. She still has that place.
That
Isn't that
is
crazy?
crazy.
So I knew the
Wow.
power of the passive income from that, but what I hated,
Yeah.
which we all alluded to, a single family, was all about the tenants, the taxes,
Hmm.
and the toilets. I have three brothers, but I was the only one that had to go in and do the turnovers, right? Clean the
Oh,
place. I just hated it. I was like a
yeah.
teenager. Why couldn't I go out and have fun like all my other friends did? I was working in the summers, painting, placing tiles, toilets. I know how to do all that
Wow.
stuff. Didn't realize like it was just, what this could do because with my mom's portfolio, mom and dad's portfolio, she's sent four boys to professional schools. So I
Yeah.
have, besides me, I have an attorney brother, I have two pharmacist brothers. That's pretty
Wow.
good, right, to be that
Yeah.
accomplished. But I just like has still a lot of work with that. With multifamily, it's just something that as a limited partner, you just throw your money and let the money work for you. So I was looking at that probably about 3 to 4 years ago. One of my
Mm.
friends was in it pretty steadily, and I just incorporated. He said, "Oh, I got something for you that's not only passive income but also tax incentives as well." So that's
Yeah.
where we
Yeah.
started that, and I said, "Wow, this is something that could accelerate my retirement." So that was the impetus to get into multifamily at the beginning.
Awesome. Well, that's great. I guess and has it I guess been helpful for you on the tax side?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Okay.
because of the real estate professional status. My wife and I have the ideal situation because she's a homemaker, full
Oh,
time,
there you go.
so she can get the rep hour status, so that
Yeah.
we can write it against my physician salary. So that's one of
That's
the big things too. So
Yeah,
with
that's
that,
awesome.
yeah,
Yeah, I know. So we'll talk to high income earners, and I'll try to understand their situation. And so, but yeah, you have the perfect situation. You
yeah.
have one high income, and then you have someone else that's able to help offset, which is in a way really earning a good income too.
Right. Well, that's the
So.
thing because it's like when I was early in my career, I'd be working like nonstop hours, right?
Hmm.
Think I'm doing the right thing, supporting the family, but
Hmm.
spending a lot of hours at the hospital, making more money. But if I made more money, that means I was getting taxed, right? So
Yep.
with the
Yep.
power of real estate, it's not the whole adage is not how much you make, it's how much you keep. So
Right.
that's what it's all
Yeah.
about to maximize your income in that way.
Yep, that's awesome. And so you've been gotten a multifamily, a handful of year, 3, 4 years ago or so. Did you get any education? Or did you
Yeah.
partner up with
So
people or go to conferences? Like, what
yeah.
that process look like?
A couple of things. My friend Steve Louie is part of Vertical Street Ventures, and
Yep.
we were talking about the taxes and stuff, and Peggy and I talked about it because maybe we should take the next step to be active investors, like a general partner,
Mm,
and so forth. So, of course, I've been in medicine all my life, and both of us have neither a financial or business background, so we had to learn this stuff. So we actually joined the Vertical Street Ventures Academy. So learning the ropes and so forth. And one of the advantages of doing this academy was this mastermind was that we were able to become student GPs on a deal. So we
mm,
run the place, right? So do the capital raising, do the operations, asset management. So, which is great because you learn on the job basically. So we've done that and continue to be capital syndicators outside. We invested initially in Phoenix and the Tucson areas, and currently now we're in the Salt Lake City, Utah
okay.
uh,
Okay. Cool.
area now.
Awesome. And what does that kind of look like as far as because no one wants to I guess necessarily sell to their friends or family or whatever. I guess is what does that kind of process look like as far as raising capital for you?
Yeah, it's different because I'm a healthcare professional, right? And
Hmm.
people are looking for things to do. A lot of my friends, at least I'm in the emergency medicine business. They want things real quick, snap, snap. We got to
Yeah.
do things like
Yeah.
Wall Street, right?
Yeah.
And I was that way too, but it's just something that is that mindset where I think, passive income is a little bit slower. The real estate business is more of a marathon, not a sprint. So just
Hmm.
talking to people, it's all about education. And it was really, for me, because again, I didn't have a background in finance or marketing, and I felt that the learning curve was much steeper than like med school or residency
Oh,
because
wow.
teaching or learning the studies of science and medicine, yeah, it has some math in it
Yeah.
too, but it was
Yeah.
just a different way of marketing things. So um, doing the mastermind, learn how to do capital raise. So you just what the points are. Usually I talk to physicians. What's your pain points? You hit them like, okay, I
Mm.
bet you're working hard, right?
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
my original avatar, and it still is the young female attending physician. Because what do they
Hmm.
have to do? They have to balance the life as a wife, as a mother,
Oh,
as
yeah.
a doctor, right? And they're like,
Yeah.
I admit the female gender are much stronger than us dudes because they have to do everything. And
Yeah.
I've had
Yeah.
some of my junior female colleagues say, "Hey, Calvin, can you work the shift for me? Can we switch this date and so forth?"
Yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
"What's up? Oh, little Johnny's sick, or husband's on a business trip, or have this family thing I'm hosting." I said, "Yeah, I can do that, but I could help you on something else too." So just get them into the first step in the door and just talk about it. Some people are
Yeah.
interested. Oh, I'm not ready yet because they're young, they have families, and so I get that.
Sure.
But you just
Yeah.
plant the seed, and just try to lead by example. This is what I'm doing. I'm trying to
Yeah.
cut back. I'm now 3/4 time at the hospital as of July
That's
1st of
great.
this past year, and it's
Yeah.
been great. My friends see me and say, "Oh man, you're in Hawaii again? Or you went to San Antonio? All this stuff." I said, "Yeah, I have this time
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
because I want to continue to stay in shape and healthy. I can walk and talk and breathe, and continue to live life now."
That's great. That's great. That's awesome. Yeah, I remember whenever, so not exactly the same, but so I went to school for engineering, was an engineer, and I had a lot, not a lot of people, actually I don't know this, but not everyone has the ability to work, at least on the engineering side of things. You can't, it's either usually
$100%.
you're full
Yeah,
time or you're zero.
yeah,
And so anyways, but I had the option of going part time, and so, anyways, I did that. I, I'd syndicated some deals and all that. Then I was fortunate enough I had the opportunity to go part time. It just, kind of, I don't know. I'm a dip your toes in the water type of guy.
yeah.
I don't
All
like
in.
to just dive in. So, I just wanted to make sure I was very comfortable with multifamily. It was just, it was all I knew was working, 40, 50 hours a week
Right.
plus. That's all I knew. And so and and honestly I was used to that paycheck being represented too. And to see that kind of cut in half, I'm like, oh, that kind of hurts, but
Yeah. It's
so
all about adjustments. I talked to my wife and I'm like, how are we going to adjust to this?
yeah.
Because she knows I'm the more high maintenance between the two of
Oh.
us, right? That's the problem. It's been Black Friday week here at Amazon. Oh, hey,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
Cyber Monday today.
Right. Yeah. Meanwhile, out your front doors is stuff
Right.
that,
Yeah, I just picked up golf. Hey,
Yeah. 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 That's funny. Yeah. It's funny. Like you mentioned that. I always thought it wasn't high maintenance, and then I'm real into fitness and all that. So I have like all these. I don't have it. Oh, well, here's a sliver of it. So I have my, what pills or whatever I
Ah,
take, throughout the day, and I'm like, oh, I guess I am kind of high maintenance. I don't
yeah.
know. So, anyways, but yeah. So, anyways, so. So you've been able to kind of build up some business, and then you're able to kind of pull back a little bit
Yeah.
on medicine, which is great, and that's super awesome. That just kudos to you, and hope sounds like you have a really good environment around you too. That it's something you really enjoy and you're passionate about. Because I know I talked to some people that are like not feeling that way, and so good for you on that. What do you kind of see, I guess, next year, 2026, or, what do you see the future like for the next few years for you?
Well, hopefully, yeah, as deals get better, the rates are coming down, more buying opportunities. For me, it's more education, letting people know that I can help them for their
Yep.
financial freedom and so forth, because it not only helps me, but it helps them as well, or vice versa, right? So
Hmm.
just more about education with that. And as the market, I think finally we're going to see the upswing now. We've been waiting every year. They say the same thing, right? Oh, it's this year, this year. But I think it's more on the horizon now that we'll see the markets are getting better so that the opportunity to buy and to invest will
Yeah.
be there.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I know. So we're recording this on December 1st. And so, at least in DFW in Houston, we're seeing some pretty attractive pricing. I think, we're at the bottom here.
Right?
And I don't know about Houston, but I heard from a broker, they were saying peak foreclosures in DFW is probably mid 26. And so, I think we'll kind of drag along the bottom because I mean, there's not all the deals, but there's a number of, foreclosures. And like, I've never, I bought my first deal in 2014. So I've never seen,
Like that, right?
never
Yeah.
seen foreclosures really.
Yeah.
I've seen some deals that weren't doing well, but not for the most part. We're seeing a lot of deals controlled by the lender. There's a few deals where we're potentially taking over because the sponsors just not bringing up to their
Right, right.
standards. But so anyways, it's pretty interesting, and you're seeing a lot of flexibility from sellers like owner finance, a lot of
Yeah,
stuff
that's a
that
big
you
thing. Yeah.
would
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
see or you haven't seen in the past few years. So it's definitely getting pretty interesting out there, for sure. So, but yeah, to your point though, it seemed like for the past, oh, they're about to drop rates, oh,
Yeah.
this, oh, that, and it just never. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why people are like, oh, you know there's supposed to be a Fed cut the next week or so,
And,
and
it's right.
I,
Yeah. It was like, oh, you stay alive to 25. Okay. Now it's like next fix is in 26. It's gonna be having in
yeah.
27. And then, okay, what's eight now, right?
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Make 28 grade or
Yeah,
whatever.
there
I
you
don't know.
go.
So
That's
yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, so I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, I'm not holding my breath. They are saying Fed cuts 87%, at least as of maybe yesterday. But it only takes one tweet or one
Yeah,
piece of
right.
news to come out and that
Yeah,
flips the other
it's
way.
crazy. That's just
Yeah.
nuts how that works.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, cool. Anyway, is there, I guess, anything, any way for people to get a hold of you, reach out to you?
Yeah,
I don't know if LinkedIn, I know you're pretty active on
yeah,
LinkedIn or whatever's
yeah.
best
I'm,
for
I'm
you.
pretty. I post 5 days a week on LinkedIn, so look for me there, Calvin Lowe. My real estate business is called Peace Equity. I have to spell that out for you. It's a special for us because it's a family business. So the first four letters of Peace stand for the first letters of our family's first names: Peggy, Elizabeth,
Oh,
Austin, and Calvin. So
oh, that's cool.
um, you can reach me at my email is Cal at PEACEQUITY.com. So it's a play on words. There's no two E's in the middle. It's just one thing that brings it together.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
cool.
just DM me on LinkedIn. Love to set up a time and just talk, especially for the healthcare professionals out there, because there's a lot to learn, and there's a plan for you. There's hope for a better life instead of working at the hospital. Like I remember working 72 hours straight, and it's like, okay, this can't happen,
Oh, wow.
right? So
Jeez. Wow. Well, cool. Well, Calvin, really appreciate your time and always good talking to you.
yeah,
And yeah, we'll look forward to talking to you soon. And please reach out to Calvin. Super, super nice guy. Can't speak highly enough about Calvin. So, anyways,
thanks so much, Dustin. Appreciate it.
thank you. See ya. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.